the Toronto Maple Leafs are a shit show.
Thank God.
8 points out of a playoff spot. They lost to Buffalo last night. They can't defend. They have 1 win in their last 8 games. It's not good. The idea that they could potentially be ready to sell has a lot of Oilers fans and some Oilers media members, our very own Bob Stauffer. I say our very own just because we claim him as a fan base, not because we work with him.
Well, he moved his show.
He moved his show. We're the noon slot now. I shouldn't say that. Bob will be mad. But it's led to people like Bob, who's very plugged in. And if Bob is throwing a name out there, like everyone's ears perk up and listen because it's Bob. Bobby McMann, $1.35 million, 29 years old, pending UFA. He's having a good year with the Toronto Maple Leafs, and this is not quite a guy who's just had one good season. 17 goals in 52 games, with 15 of those goals coming at even strength, by the way, Liam. Last year, he had 20 goals in 74 games. The year before that, 15 goals in 56 games. These are very impressive boxcars. This is a guy born in Wainwright, Alberta, has family in the area. Reason to believe that if you were to acquire him, you could probably get him signed to a pretty nice contract as well. But a late bloomer who, since he's come to the NHL, has done nothing but score at 5-on-5, I might add, at a very, very impressive rate. If he's available, would you be interested? And what do you think it could take to get him?
Yeah, of course. I mean, you're looking.
You have to call.
He gets paid nothing.
Yeah.
So I looked through, and it's kind of hard to find comparisons totally to him because of how low his cap hit is and how productive he is. But the two I found, which I thought was somewhat close, Blake Coleman was a big one a few years ago.
Okay.
He had an extra year on his deal, but he was $1.8 million that season. He had 21 goals with the New Jersey Devils and 31 points.
So if he went for a first rounder and Nolan Foote, but he had an extra year, would it be safe to say that a comparable deal might be Bo Akey and a second round pick?
Well, the second deal might give us a bit more clarity because the cap's a little bit lower, but these two deals, he's probably somewhere in the middle here. Fabian Zetterlund last season to Ottawa. He had 1 year left on his deal, was a pending UFA, $1.45 million. He was 25. He had 17 goals, 36 points at the time of the trade. He was traded for Noah Gregor. Is it Zach Osapchuk, I think, is his name?
Yep.
As a second round pick. So maybe it is. Maybe it is just someone like maybe it's like a second round pick and a Bo Akey, for example. I saw people there was a Leafs fan account that posted some stuff. It's like, what would you want? And once I got around we need Savoy and Howard in the deal, someone put out there is like, if we got the Kiefer Sherwood deal, I think most people would be happy, which was 2 second round picks.
Yeah. And I think I would, especially if you're the Oilers and you think there's a chance like he could be a fit and you can sign him, I would do that deal.
I'd give up a first for him.
You would give up a first pure rental for Bobby McMann?
If I knew there was an extension coming, I'd have no hesitation. Yeah. I might do something like a conditional first, for example.
Or I'd want to know like what the extension looks like. Like if he's sitting there going, I'm cashing in and getting Kiefer Sherwood $5 to $6 million in the summer, I maybe put my hand up and go like, whoa, I'm good. Yeah. But if he sits there and says, hey, I'll sign for 4x4, okay, then again, a guy who can score at that rate at 5-on-5, who brings some jam to your lineup, who's shown he can play up and down a lineup. Someone said he's softer than butter. I don't get that at all.
Didn't he fight Nikita Zadorov?
I think so.
Zadorov, whatever his name is. I don't think he's soft as butter. He's like a hard block of butter that you've been kept in the fridge for 3 weeks.
We're not a butter household.
And we talked about Bobby McMann. Do you see someone like Bobby McMann as a fit on this Oilers team?
Yeah, yes, but I'm still of the belief that I have a hard time believing the Toronto Maple Leafs are going to sell anybody.
Me too.
I mean, I think they're ride or die. They're hanging on by their fingernails before they give up on this team. So I don't think that's going to happen. But if the Oilers could add a player like Bobby McMann, yeah, I mean, absolutely, he's a guy that can do a lot of different things that right now they don't have guys in the roster that can do that. And so, yes, you take him all day long. I just don't think that's going to happen in Toronto.
Yeah, I feel like the Leafs might.
They just can't. Like, they're just one of those teams who's like just can't turn to their fan base and Matthews and Nylander and be like, hey guys, we're done for the year.
The only way I can see a guy like McMahon shaking loose is if the Leafs sit there and go like, okay, we can get 2 second-round picks for him. Then they're going to turn around and trade a second-round pick for someone else. And like maybe they just try to use the old adage of shuffle the deck chairs on the Titanic a little bit here and see if that fixes it. What's up, Nation citizens? If you enjoyed today's episode of Oilers Nation Every Day, make sure you hit the subscribe button here on our YouTube to not miss any of our content. We got you covered from interviews, insight, analysis, everything you need to stay up to date on everything around the team. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a video.